Hello, everyone, and welcome back to JISH Learn English Podcast. I'm Shaylin, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Think about the last time you needed to go somewhere new. Maybe you were going to the airport, a hotel, or a friend's house. Taking a taxi or an Uber can feel a little stressful when you're not sure what to say in English. But don't worry. Today, we're going to learn the natural English you can use from getting into the car to saying goodbye at the end of the ride. So, let's get started. The first moment you open the car door is important because it creates a friendly atmosphere. You can start with a simple greeting and then state your name if you booked an Uber. If you are getting a taxi on the street, you can simply get in and say hello. Here is the first situation. If you ordered an Uber, the driver might say your name. You can reply, "Yes, that's me." Or you can be proactive and say, "Hi, I'm Shaylin. I ordered the Uber." It is clear and direct. Now, a little small talk can make the ride feel more natural and friendly. You can ask the driver, "How are you doing today?" Or, "How's your day going?" These are very natural ways to say hello in English. You don't need to have a long conversation. Even one friendly question is enough. So remember, a greeting and maybe a friendly question can be a nice way to start the ride. Now that you're in the car, the driver needs to know where to go. If you get into a taxi and sit silently, the driver might look at you and ask, "Where to?" That simply means, "Where are we going?" You can answer with the place. "The airport, please," or "The Marriott Hotel downtown, please." That is perfectly natural. If you want to use a slightly longer and more polite sentence, you can say, "Could you take me to place, please?" For example, "Could you take me to the train station, please?" It is polite and very common. Here's another easy option. "I'm going to place." For example, "I'm going to the city center." And here's something useful for Uber drivers. They already have the address on their phone, so you can simply confirm it. You can say, "The address on the app is correct." This tells the driver that they can follow the GPS. So you have simple options. "The airport, please." "Could you take me to?" And for Uber, "The address on the app is correct." Very useful, right? Now, let's talk about time and money. These are often the two biggest worries when you're traveling. We want to know how long the trip will take and how much it will cost. To ask about time, you can say, "How long will it take to get there?" If you are in a hurry, you can add, "I'm a little bit in a hurry." The driver might answer, "About 20 minutes," or "It depends on traffic." Now, for the price, in a taxi, the price is usually shown on the meter, but you might want to know the estimated cost. You can ask, "About how much will it cost?" Or, "Do you have a rough estimate?" We use words like about and rough because the driver may not know the exact price before the trip. If you are in an Uber, you usually know the price already, but sometimes you might want to ask about extra fees. You can say, "Is there an extra charge for luggage?" Or, "Is the toll included?" These are useful questions, especially when you're traveling somewhere new. We are almost at the end of our trip. Now you need to tell the driver where to stop. Sometimes the GPS says you have arrived, but you might not be at your exact building, or you might want to stop before the map point to avoid traffic. The most common phrase is, "You can drop me off here." It is simple and friendly. If you see the place, you can say, "Right here is perfect," or "Just before the corner, please." If you want to be more specific, you can say, "It's the blue building on the left." This helps the driver find the exact place. Finally, when the car stops, there is one more useful phrase to know. In an Uber, payment is usually automatic, but in a taxi, you pay the driver. You can say, "Keep the change." This means the driver can keep the extra money as a tip. So, "You can drop me off here," "Right here is perfect," and "Keep the change" are useful phrases for the end of the ride. And that's it. Today, we learned how to start a conversation with the driver, say where we're going, ask about time and price, and tell the driver where to stop. I hope this helps you feel more confident the next time you take a taxi or an Uber. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Where is your dream destination? Tell me in the comments below. I always love reading your answers. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more everyday English practice. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'm Shaylin, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.